Mohammed Ibn Abubakir Toure, who came to be known as Askia Mohammed the Great, was the most celebrated and brilliant ruler in Songhai history. The Songhai Empire attained its golden age during his reign of 35 years. The nature of his ascension to the Songhai throne created for him numbers of problems. First, being a Soninke and an usurper, he had to make himself acceptable to the Songhai people. To remove the impression that he was a usurper and to make himself acceptable as king, he tried to show the people that he had seized power in order to restore the Islamic religion which Sonni Ali and his successors neglected. He sought and won the support of the Muslims. Muslim scholars and clerics were no longer persecuted but received lavish gifts and were appointed to important offices as courtiers and advisors. To demonstrate his strong devotions to Islam and to establish the legitimacy of his rule, he went on a pilgrimage to Mecca in 1495 to 1497, where he was appointed Caliph of the Sudan. In order to ensure the preservation of the throne for the Askia dynasty and to remove all potential sources of opposition, he killed or exiled all the surviving members of the Sonni dynasty. Consequently, the Askia dynasty ruled Songhai until the collapse of the empire. Having ensured the security of his throne and restored peace in Songhai, he embarked on completing Sonni Ali's work by further expansion of the empire, establishing an efficient administration and promoting wealth and knowledge. Askia Mohammed undertook a series of military campaigns aimed partly at the territorial expansion for the empire and partly at the protection of the frontiers. With his well-trained and well-equipped army, he moved south in 1498 against the Mossi of Yatenga. Although he failed to conquer the Mossi like Sonni Ali, he weakened their military strength and restricted them to the region of what is known today as Burkina Faso. He then turned westward in 1499 and captured much of what remained of Old Mali. Moving further west, he extended the empire to the eastern border of Tekrur. After his return to Gao, he set off eastward in 1513 and subdued the Hausa state of Gobi, Katsina, Zaria, and Kano. From there, he went northward, captured the commercial centers of Agadez and colonized these. He took the Tuareg towns of Taghaza and Takida, famous for mining of salt and copper respectively. By the end of his reign in 1528, he had considerably increased the extent of Sonni Ali's empire. It is now stretched from Kano in the east to the border of Tekrur near the Atlantic in the west, and from the northern fringes of the independent Mossi Kingdom in the south to Taghaza in the Sahara desert in the north. Songhai thus became the largest empire ever existed in the Sudan before the 19th century. Like Master Musa of Mali, Askia Mohammed was a devout Muslim. He practiced his Islamic religion zealously and set a worthy example to his subjects. He saw in Islam a powerful political tool and so made it the basis of his authority, which he used to a great effect. After his pilgrimage to Mecca, he carried on his campaign of expansion as jihad for the spread of Islam. One of the greatest achievements of Askia Mohammed I was in the realm of Islamic education, which received tremendous impetus during his reign. A large number of Quranic schools were built in the great cities of the empire like Timbuktu, which alone had as many as 150. Timbuktu eventually became a famous center of Islamic learning as of its Quranic schools. The Sankore Mosque in time became the medieval Sankore University, renowned for Muslim scholarship. Among subjects taught in it were rhetorics, logic, Islamic law, grammar, astronomy, history, and geography. To Timbuktu flocked scholars and students from all over the Muslim world of the time. Sankore University produced many distinguished scholars, among whom are Mahmud Kati, the author of Tariq al-Fatash, and Abdurrahman as-Saadi, who wrote the Tariq al-Sudan, two great works upon which modern scholars depend much for the history of the Songhai Empire. Another scholar, Ahmed Baba, wrote a dictionary of biography and a large number of books about Islamic law. The impact of Askia Mohammed I's achievements in education, religion, social, cultural, and political life of the people of Songhai was far-reaching and never surpassed. Askia Mohammed Toure has aptly been called Askia the Great, and he richly deserves his tributes. Thanks so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get upcoming videos faster. Thanks again.